I'm Garth Laidlaw. I'm a writer, animator, and illustrator living in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And this is my first children's book, and I'm really excited about it. So the title of the book is called Sayni and the Windowjet Brothers, and I wrote it while I was in Africa. My real goal with what kids get from this book is to feel that they can carve their own path, and that they don't necessarily have to subscribe to the very common life paths that parents or teachers or anyone else sort of gives to them. I think that it should be every child's opportunity to create the life that they really want to. And so if they want to be an artist or a dentist or whatever else, like you should pursue that regardless of what anyone is telling you. I want them to feel like they can really choose. It's a choice. It's a choice what your life is going to be like. So fill it with things that you love. I'm very critical of stories in general, but also children's stories, because it's such a sort of right time to educate and teach kids about the world that they're going to be entering. So I really prefer to create very deep, meaningful stories that really stick with people. So yeah, when I finished college, I realized that I might not be able to tell stories and create the artwork for them, which is sort of why I wanted to do animation in the first place. I thought it would be a more holistic process that I would be involved with. But a lot of the positions in art studios today are very specialized, and they involve you doing one very small piece of a much larger puzzle. That really didn't mesh well with me. I wanted to create stories in myself and create the artwork for them and have an eye on the whole product. So this is a way for me to do that. So Sayni is basically trying to gradually build her compass, and in so doing she has to go into some of the more unfamiliar parts of the city, the places with people that she doesn't normally socialize with. And in that she learns a lot about herself. She has to be lost before she finds herself, and so that's one of the key sort of motifs of this story. I love world building. I think that's actually my favorite thing to do in stories, is to create a reality that feels familiar, but it's distant enough to allow you to talk about subjects in a different context. So my initial inspiration for creating the world of Candleton, which is the city that it takes place in, is to create a culture that is sort of a mix of many various cultures. I think that's the world that I would like to see. Well, the purpose of every child in Candleton is to build a compass, and the compass is sort of a metaphor for all the various choices that we make in life and what sort of guides those choices. So to create their compass, they sort of have to find all these little bits and pieces throughout the town, and it can be little bits of advice from people. It doesn't have to be a physical thing, just everything that that means something to them, and they can put that into the compass and sort of by sewing it into the compass.